Hello, my beautiful lovers, twin flames, divine feminine and divine masculine. Well, take 3 today. It's the third take. Every time, if I want to make a message, they throw me out. And I'm getting used to it. Um, some energies try to avoid that I'm making a video or energies try to block it. And I say, now here on video, I will say, I release all curses, all blocks, all energies that want to try to withhold me from doing my work. I'm releasing all the curses. I'm releasing all the bindings. I'm releasing it all out of my space, out of my workspace. I release it all. So I can do my work, so I can do my services to you, so I can do what I need to do to raise the vibration and help the divine feminine to raise their energies, to see where they're going, to help the divine masculine in their journey. So everything that's going on in the space, in the areas, I release it now, as I am a sovereign being and I choose to do what I need to do. I choose my freedom. There is nobody, no spirit, no energy that control my sovereignty. Okay? So that's it. It's out of here. No permission is given. So by saying this is also something what the divine feminine can do if they have if they get blocked by energies of a third party, of someone else. Okay. What's in the divine masculine's mind space? He is worried. He is seeing his divine feminine leaving. He is leaving the love. He is leaving for a journey on his own. He needs to leave everything behind and needs to journey on his own. He is thinking about this. He is thinking about, okay, how can I come closer to my divine feminine by letting her go? I need to let her go because I see she is not happy around me. I need to see that she is not, that she has her freedom. He sees her leaving, and he knows that he also have to leave a situation because this is not really all these energies is not really supporting him. So he's going on his journey, and I also see this journey as going to the moon, going to the energy, starting to understand what's going on, starting to integrate more things within himself for walking that journey. Now it's the time of the divine masculine to wake up and leave the third dimension behind and go into a space of the fifth dimension that will carrying him and will carry him in flow. He just needs to trust. Okay. What does he have in his heart space? His divine feminine is in his heart space, and it's huge. I can tell you, because the divine masculine are going to a huge period of grief at the moment over the divine feminine that's in his heart space and that is leaving. And the divine feminine went through this heart space and heartache and transformation and awakening way before the divine masculine was doing. Now the divine masculine is starting. Now the divine masculine is waking up and saying, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to walk that path, I'm ready to make a leap of faith. You know, the divine feminine starts a circle, a new circle in her life, and he also sees that um, he is helping her with that. He is saying, okay, you're my divine feminine. I hear they're still spiritual married. The bonds didn't break. Their hearts, their souls are still connected. And now he starts to realize that he is in a twin flame relationship with her. He starts to realize that his divine feminine is his twin flame, and he didn't want to give it any acknowledgement, didn't want to give it any effort, you know. He didn't want to think about it. It was just, she was just there, and that's it. Now he starts to remember divine feminine is acting out of love, and she is acting out of the circle of life. You know, nothing can stay the same, and she is forcing him to make moves. She is forcing him, and it's not she is forcing him. The universe through her is forcing him to make steps, and he knows that she is in his heart space, that he is deeply connected with her, that he starts to feel her again. And that makes it so different because he's in a fight with himself. He's in a fight with himself because um, of he wants to let her go, but he can't let her go. He knows that she is good for him, that she is his divine counterpart, but that makes him in a fight with his heart and with his head. He needs to get out of all fights. I hear the divine feminine already stepped out of the fights, you know, and it's also the fights is about, you know, your divine feminine isn't like you know. The divine feminine has emotions and give meaning to everything she has in her life, and that's not cold, and that's not distant, and that's not, she is giving and creating and giving love to everybody else. And she steps out of these fights because she wants to be and embody that love that nature is, the abundance that nature is. And she is creating this for herself. And the divine masculine is, I hear the divine masculine should listen more to the divine feminine as she shows him the way. As she shows him the way. Cutting out things, I hear, that no longer serves you. That's going nowhere. You know that in your mind, you know that all over the place. And the fight is totally within you. It is everywhere around you. It's around you on your work. It's around, you know, everywhere. So the divine feminine is in his heart space, you know. I also hear the divine feminine is guiding him. He's still in the page. There's new energy coming in. He wants to make a choice, and it could be that there is a third party, or there is work, or there is something else that needs to take care of, and he needs to take little steps. You know, there's a lot of passion for his divine feminine because he sees her growing. But also on a sexual level, he gets more and more thinking about that because there was a lot of passion between them. And he's thinking about that. How can I move forward to this? How can I make a first move with her? You know, how can I create this new space with her? And that means that he needs to take action. He needs to take action, I hear. And I hear he needs to make choices. And it has to do, to make choices, has to do with choosing for himself, not being in stagnating, not being frozen. Step out of your comfort zone. And his divine feminine is teaching him to step out of his comfort zone, because there's so much more than what he realized. But there are two emotions within him that withholds him. That's fear and there's love. You know, two emotions, fear and love. What are you choosing? Are you choosing fear or love? And it's peace. It's always peace. Love is always peace. He sees that she's giving him love, his attention, and her devotion. And she's always giving. And now he starts to see that she was always giving and guiding him and giving him love. And he interpreted it as interfering with his life. That was the 3D. It's all gone. Now he sees who she really is. Now he sees that she stepped out of the manipulation that there is in the 5D. There is no manipulation in 5D. You can't manipulate love. You can't. I know that the divine feminines are very sexual beings, that they can seduce every man they want. If they have their mind on you, let me say, their mind on you, they will do everything in their power to have you. The divine feminine will not seduce you because she's in her power. She is not manipulating situations. She knows her value, and she knows if her man wants her, he will come for her. He will come for her. There's no manipulation needed. There is no sexual energy needed for that. You know? And the divine masculine is still going for the short-term gratification of, you know, sexuality. He doesn't realize that he doesn't, because they don't know the spiritual laws in this. They don't know the karma in this. So you can't blame them, you know. They know if you're using a divine feminine just for your own satisfaction and your gratification, and you can't offer them anything, and you don't offer them anything, they will walk away. One day they will walk away. And it's nothing about the physical. It's all about the energy. And yes, of course, you can have a very nice time with the divine feminine. And she can seduce you if she wants. But she's not choosing manipulation. She wants to be pure in every sense of the way. That she is not manipulating a man into a relationship. That's way out of her league. Because that's the spirituality. She knows that when the time is there, their heart connection will bring them back together. She doesn't need to have tricks. She doesn't need to manipulate a guy. Because she knows if she does this, and she wiggles, and she dances, and she shows herself, and she shows more skin, that she will get the man, every man that she wants. She knows that she's not going to use it because it's against the spiritual law to manipulate a man into a relationship. So, and you can't blame yourself if you did in the past because you were not aware of it. But no, if you do it in these times of the 5D, that karma will come back to you. That's why the divine feminine will never, and that makes her a divine feminine, because she won't trick a man into a relationship with her. She will have a relationship on no attachments. You know, you're free to go wherever you want to go. If you want to go to a third party, you go to a third party. I let you go. I'm not going to seduce you back into this relationship, because that would be manipulation. If you want me back, you will come by yourself. And if you don't, no problem. But you could have it all. You could have it all. And he knows this. He knows that he can have it all with his divine feminine, because he's afraid of spirituality and the fear of spirituality that will block this. But he can see, and he needs to accept that these things can be separated. You know, she is this divine being sending down to earth to be in this time. This time she was sending down here from the realms for this time, what's going on now, because her help is needed. She needs to be aware for the dark energies. She has to transmute these energies of the collective. She has to do all of this by herself. And that's not a choice. It's a given. It's not only the 3D or the lower energies say it's a curse. And it's not a curse. It's not a curse what she is doing. She is helping you, divine masculine, to ascend to a higher view, that you see the things better and the bigger picture of all of it. You are now, the whole collective is pressured into wearing masks for the coronavirus. Only a bacteria can you give over to someone else. A virus is a virus. A virus doesn't spread. A virus doesn't spread. Only a bacterial infection will spread. And you are wearing a mask, and the whole community of spiritual people, they are preventing and revealing everything that was bemasked, that everything that were a mask they revealed it. And now you are going to wear a mask. Later on, you need to have blindfolds, you know, because you're blinding yourself for things. Just think about it. I don't say it's the truth, but you're wearing a mask because they want to see if you obey. You are wearing a mask. They want you to wear a mask to get the separation here, so nobody will interact, getting fear in, So you won't interact with people. So you won't have sexual connections. So you won't have divine feminine in your life. It's the time to think in a higher realm. I just say, you don't have to believe me. It's your prerogative to do your own thing. But think about it. He wants a home with her. He wants to have everything with her. That's what I told already. You know, his divine feminine, her love, and his home. He wants to keep this all together. But he hates to see her going to transformation. He hates to see her, and that's his fight. He hates to see her to go through the transformation that she is doing for the whole collective. That's her job to do. So don't make it your fight. Don't attach to those feelings. Don't attach to the past with those feelings. What you see and what you feel. It's hers to transform. And if you detach from it, there's no problem. If you can let her be who she is and don't try to make her in someone she's not, or to make her into someone that you want. That's not it. That's not, you know, the 10 of Cups. That's not unconditional. That's conditional. Then you want to condition her and program her the way you are. And then you make a choice. Then you need to make a choice. If you want, you know, the divine feminine in your life, and you know that you are still soul connected, that you're soulmates, that you're twin flames, and she does everything, you know, to keep this, you need to make a choice. Or otherwise, you know, she's divine. She will walk away. She won't take any crumbs, any breadcrumbs. You know, the spiritual world is saying, you know, if you're using someone for your own gratification, and it's going nowhere. It's going nowhere. If that is what you want, you know, I let you go. I let you go. She's now not attaching herself anymore to anything else. Okay, last cards. What he's going to do about it. He wants to rush in. He wants to rush in for love. He wants to have this with her. Wow. He wants to have this with her because he's done with the broken heart. He don't want to break her heart again. He don't want to break his own heart. He wants to bring her this cup of love, and he wants to be this knight for her. So he is already going in 1 week from page to knight. You know, I'm going slowly offer you this cup because I can't stand, you know, to have your heart broken. I can't stand to have my heart broken. But a lot of the divine masculine is going to with grief period, because the divine feminine went to the grief period in 2008 and 2012 and 2016. She went already through this, to this heartbreak. And now he's going to a lot of grief. There's a lot of grief also in the collective. That's the divine feminines to transform, because a lot of people lost their loved ones, you know, because of this coronavirus. I don't say it doesn't exist, you know. I don't say it doesn't exist. It's definitely here. but it's the way how you deal with it. Come on. I get a buggy fly here and it's getting sticky. It's getting sticking to me. So yeah, this is it. So that's what's he going to do about it. You know, let her go through the... She is transforming all this grief. She is transforming all the anger, all the frustration, all the things that's going on in and she needs time to do this. I'm already start to purge with this, because there is a lot of heartache going on in the universe or on the earthly realm from people that love, that, you know, lost their loved ones. So she is feeling that grief. She's transmuting the grief. She is transmuting the grief of of separation. She's transmuting the energies of the twins. She's transmuting the fucking whole planet. And it's not that she chose to do it. No, it's her calling to do this, because she is being called to do this work right now, because she is needed to do this because nobody else does. You know, you didn't want to connect with spirituality, but what's going on now in the 3D, you know, it's even worse than where she's going through, because she transmuted in a day, and the next day she's okay. Maybe she has 2 days of going through this proceeding and through this grief, and then it's okay. So he is rushing in. He is rushing in to sweep her off her feet and to give her the world. And that's where I leave it with. It's walk your talk. That's it. Walk your talk. And you can have it all with her. So I'm leaving it at this. Thank you so much. There are slots open even this week, Thursday and Friday, for a private reading. If you want a private reading, we go deeper into an extension one for you and your divine masculine, where your divine masculine is at. I can channel his energy. I can feel into it, and I will give you advice where you both are standing. So, namaste. I love you. All my love. And I see you next time. Bye-bye.